Hi guys. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Okay, we're gonna wait about 2 minutes while I let everybody in. Happy Monday, you guys. All right, we will get started. I can't turn the waiting room off, so I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on those coming in and I'll just keep accepting. So, end of month. I'm very I'm very excited. This is the fun part. This is the fun part where I feel like there all the excitement's at. So a few things I wanted to share with you guys because I know when I asked in the team group what you guys want to talk about, a lot of it was sponsoring and sales. So I want to go over what I'm doing because first I want to say my business this month is down just a little bit, and our team as a whole, we are about 86% of what we did last month. So just a tiny bit. And I think a lot of it has to do with lots of barbecues, lots of summer stuff happening. And summer's usually a little bit slower in network marketing in general. It's always been that. I've been doing this 21 years and it's been like that ever since. So I think being even at 86% versus last month is really awesome. So huge congratulations to you guys. Huge congratulations to all the new all stars. I know a lot have been popping. So that's the first thing that I want you guys to look at. And if you have a team, I want you to have them look at as well. How close are they to that next percentage? So not just all star, because a lot of you guys are new and you might not have anybody's close to 15% yet. And I emphasize yet. So look to see on your team if you do have one. If you don't, that's okay. We can make great money in pharmacy with the 50% commission. Like, a team is not needed and you will grow one. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to talk a little bit about sponsoring too. But if you do have a team, I really want you to go in and I want you to see how close are they to that next promotion to 3%, 6%, 9%, 12%, and hey, maybe 15%. That's what Emre asked us as leaders to do this morning. He said, let's push the month strong. Let's end it strong. Sorry, so many people coming in. Welcome, welcome, you guys. And let's see who's close to that 15. So that would be the first thing on your list. And then what I'm doing for my sales, like I told you, I am about halfway of what I sold last month. Um, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my customers and we can see these, you guys. If you go under your reports and under orders, you can see all the orders that have been placed on your website, and that includes your customers. So I'm going to see who bought what and to see if there's anything that they bought that's on subscription. And I'm going to message them about being a subscription member. They get 25% off. They get the subscription, the PC price on all products, not just the ones they have on subscription. And another cool thing is they get that all the time. So a lot of companies, they can get like the preferred customer, the subscription price during the exact same order that their subscription ships in. So that is something different that pharmacy does that I think is cool. No matter when they order, they're going to get that discount, and then we get credit for on our GV for the full amount. So it is a win-win-win. So that's one thing that I would recommend for you guys to do too, is just go through your customers and talk to them about the preferred customer. I mean, it's such a good deal, which brings me into my second thing. And I asked one of our leaders. I don't think she got it. It is Memorial Day, so I don't blame her for not getting the message. I'm going to have her speak next week, but she has a ton. She's actually number one. She has 10 referrals. So did you guys know that we have that? Pharmacy has a referral program for our customers. It's kind of like I think kind of like being an affiliate, because they have a special link that they can send people and they earn money and they can give money. So they earn $10 and they can give $10. That's really cool and a really great way to get out of your immediate circle. So while you're going through the customers that you have, talk to them about that too. Talk to them about the referral program and see if there's anybody they know that has complimented their makeup, has complimented their hair, has said, wow, you have more of a pep in your step. What are you taking? They're like, I'm taking the coffee. So message those customers, tell them about the referral program. Okay, now I'm going to go over some of the questions that you guys asked in the group. So one of them was on placement. I'm going to talk about that really quick. I don't think it's something you have to worry about until you kind of start getting into leadership ranks. And even then, we really want to grow our frontline. Growing wide is always good, right? So I really wouldn't put that much emphasis on it. But just so you guys know, our company does allow a placement within 30 days of a new person signing up. So let's say I sign up Jessica, and Jessica actually is best friends with Sarah on my team. Well, I can say, well, that's okay. As long as I have Jessica's permission, I can send that into compliance, with proof of her permission. So I have to ask her, is it okay if I move you under Sarah? And if she says yes, then compliance can do that within 30 days. You would be the sponsor, they would be the placement. It would count for your recruits for the month, but for everything else, it's going to count for the person you place them under. They now become theirs. So like I said, I wouldn't place too much emphasis, but that question was asked quite a bit. So I just wanted to go over it. But I say build wide. And when it's strategic, when it makes sense, usually it's not until, you're getting up into the leadership positions where it even is going to make sense for you. So I would just focus on building. Okay, so talking about building, sponsoring, how is the 333 going for you guys? Put it in the chat. I want to hear how it's going. Are you still keeping it up? I'm keeping it up, and my account is growing so huge. Today was a little bit of a slacker day for me, and I'm beating myself up about it. But make sure you guys are still doing the reels too. This is how my account has grown. I've been taking screenshots every day. And every single day, it's about 1,000 more accounts reached. So that's just more eyeballs on you. So the reels and the 333, that is what I focus on all day long, is getting new people. Because remember, in our business, all we have to focus on is moving products, so selling products, and finding people who want to sell products. That's it. That's what this whole business model is. So that's what I focus on. And when I talk about reels, you guys, I've coached a lot of people on social media, and this is probably, if you are kind of stuck in that department, this is probably going to help you. So one thing that people get stuck on is they don't know what to do. They're like, I don't know what sound to use. I don't know what to do. How do I even do a reel? Like, I don't even know what to do. And I'm going to tell you guys, like, you're going to get better at it. What I do is I have a folder in my Instagram or Facebook, whatever you use, and I just have it inspo. So when I'm going through reels, the ones that I see that I'm like, oh, that's a good one, I'll save it in there. But honestly, don't overthink it. So that's probably the case. If you're not doing reels, it's probably because you're overthinking it. Honestly, my best ones, they're so low effort. So low effort. It would just be like, maybe like walk in with a cup, with a drink, put some music on, talk about my supplements, like so low effort, but those are the ones that people like. I don't know why, but they do. So don't overthink it. Get a bunch of B-roll footage. You know what I mean? Like even when you're going live, if you have like another phone, maybe steal your hubby's phone, an iPad, record yourself for a little bit as you're live, as like a POV, like a point of view where people are seeing it right there. You can make so many different reels about that, about, you love helping women gain confidence. It could be about the business, how, you do the business, you make women feel pretty, like that's your career. Like you could do so many with just showing you working, and you're doing it anyway, right? So don't overthink it. Let me see the comments really quick. Your vacuuming one, you guys, yeah, my sister just reminded, my vacuuming one did the best. That's the best one I've had. All I'm doing literally is I'm vacuuming my messy floor. I propped the phone up on my entertainment center, and I just started cleaning my house. And that's it. I just put music on over it. I talked about how I can work a business at home while being a mom. It's so good because it resonated with other moms. Just don't think so much about it. Just do it. Cindy says, I just do little things for a reel, just for interaction. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, vacuuming. I'm telling you, if you think you're boring, go look at Clean Talk. Cleaning is so boring, but I get sucked into it. I love watching other people clean on TikTok. I I don't love cleaning my own house, but I sure do love watching people clean. Like, don't overthink it. Don't think you're boring. That's the biggest thing that's holding people back. And if you're being held back, you're not going to get to where you want to go. So just do it. Just do it. Even if you feel silly, even if you don't think it's going to do well, just do it anyway. Stop overthinking it and just do it. Tiffany says her best reel she's had, and she almost deleted it because it wasn't perfect. Thankfully, she posted it. People like that though. Think about it. Like when people want to do this business, it's because they envision themselves doing what we do. And most of the times that's why people don't join is because they don't think that they can do what we do. So that's why we try to make it very simple. So when you overthink it and you're like having all these crazy edits and perfect transitions, people are going to see them. They're going to be like, wow, that's a really great reel. That's a really great TikTok. I could never do that. That is so like, how did she do that transition? Don't overthink it. Make it so simple. Because remember, yes, we're selling makeup, but we're also selling confidence. We're selling confidence for people to be able to make a living for their family, to be able to think that they can do what we do. And if we make it too hard, they're not going to think that they can do it. So let's keep it super simple. And you guys, you're going to hate me when I tell you this, but we got to do 3 a day. So that's why we got to keep it simple too. So when I was on vacation and not have, I realized, you guys, I realized life happens. Like as I'm back home, I made one reel. But in Miami, I was making like 3, 4 a day, and they only took 30 seconds. It was just things I was doing now. I just grabbed out my phone, B-roll footage. Amanda says, I noticed when I woke up the other morning, my new hair growth was sticking out everyone. So I did a reel showing it off and talking about the collagen and shampoo. Yeah, see, it's just like everyday things, right? It's like you just noticed after your hair, so you whipped out your phone. You didn't overthink it. And that's going to be the best thing. You did 2 yesterday and 3 today. Stacy, amazing job. And I want you to screenshot how many accounts you're reaching. Do it every day. Or every 2 days, and you're going to see your growth as you keep doing it. You're going to see the accounts reach, grow and grow and grow. And that can be an awesome training for you. Because that's another thing I really want to emphasize to you is we have to show up like leaders. So every single person on this call, even if you don't have a team, you are a leader. You are a leader. You're leading yourself. You're a leader, and you absolutely can grow a team the size of mine or way larger. Absolutely, without a doubt in my mind, because I was somebody who could never recruit anybody until I did this one thing. And that was just showing up like a leader, even when I didn't feel like it. I had no team really. But I did things like that. So if I was Amber back then, right now, I would do the 3 reels a day and I would screenshot, every few days the accounts reached, and then I would do a training about it. I would get on video, go on a live, do a training about how you increased your visibility on social media by doing 3 reels a day. That's making you show up as a leader. People are going to see them. They're going to be like, wow, I want to be with her. I want to do business with her because she's showing up. She's teaching me these things. And you don't have to be an expert on it. You don't have to be an expert on the things you're teaching. I never was. I learned it and then I taught it. And that's exactly what Ray Higdon, if you guys don't follow Ray Higdon, please do. And if you're ever looking for a coaching system, the only one that I would ever recommend is Rank Makers with Ray Higdon. That's the only one I'll ever recommend because I know he's not ripping you off. I know the things he's saying in that is really good. And I know he's not just out there trying to make money. He's a very, very awesome person. But he talks about the ILT method. Invest, learn, teach. Invest your time, learn something, go teach it. You don't have to be an expert. So doing things like that, even sharing what I'm sharing tonight, going out and doing a training on that. And that's why I'm always like, you guys, if you want to give a tip, if you want to train, if you want to be seen as a leader, I want to make opportunities for you to be seen as a leader, because I'm telling you, once you show up as that person, the team's going to come. You're going to build. Now, here's the hard part though. It's not always on our time. So sometimes, a lot of times, this is what it reminds me of. I show you guys this almost every call, but I love it. My little rock man. So many times we're going, and we give up right before that last sliver, on the mountain is ready to come and the diamonds are going to flow. Like we give up right before then. So when you're doing the ILT, when you're showing up as the leader, but the team isn't coming, don't give up. You just keep doing it. I promise you, they're gonna come. And blast those trainings everywhere. Share them in our team group. Share them if you're in any network marketing generic groups that aren't like, where they say you can't share stuff. As long as you can share them in there. Put it on YouTube. Put it on a reel. Put it on your stories. Share that ish everywhere. Share it everywhere. The more the eyeballs are on it, the more the law. I believe in the law of attraction. I feel like we can have anything we want, just gotta attract it to us. And when we show up as that, we're gonna become that. Have you ever hung around with people who, they maybe got in trouble a lot? You guys are all probably, you probably were good kids. You're probably good kids, but do you know anybody who ever hung around with people who were in trouble a lot? Well, chances are they were probably in trouble a lot too, right? Or hang out with kids who got straight A's. I bet you got straight A's too. You are who you surround yourself with, right? So you show up as that person. It's the same, it's the same thing. You show up as that person, you're gonna be that person. You hang out with these people, you're gonna be those people. So we get to choose. We get to decide. So I want you to show up as the leader. You were never in trouble. Oh, well, I was. The more positive energy you put out, the more positive things will happen. Absolutely. You're the bad kid. You're so funny, Tina. But I want you guys to do that. So when you do a training, send it to me. Tag me in it. I want to share it. I want to see you, even if it was really bad. If you go to my old YouTube channel and go to like my first videos, they were not good. They weren't good, but they had good information. But I did not think they were good. I just did them anyway. So I know it's going to be hard. I know it's scary. And you might try to take a million different takes, but just go with it. Do it as a live even, because then you can't keep deleting it and redoing it, deleting it, because you'll never get it out. So the ILT method. So those are your homeworks your homework for right now is the 333, your reels. And one of those reels, I want it to be a training reel. Even if you don't think you know anything, even if you're brand new, go watch a training video, go watch a Jim Rohn video, and then go back and share the things that you got from it. I promise you'll have a whole notebook of things you get from Jim Rohn. So that's one of them. One of them has to be some type of leadership post. You guys are asking me how to sponsor. That is how you sponsor. You got to do that. That's what's going to attract people to you to want to sign up. So one of those reels is some type of leadership reel. And you're going to get better at it. If you're not that great at it, it's okay. But that's how you sponsor. You show up as that person. So I was thinking when I was reading the questions you guys posted, I'm like, how can I talk about sponsoring? I talk about sponsoring so much, but I'm like, okay, this is the one secret, like everything put together is the leadership training. 100%. That's how my business grew, without a doubt. And every single person that I mentored who've made $1 million in network marketing, that's exactly what they did. And that's exactly what my mentors told me to do. So I did it. And it didn't happen right away, but it happened. The next thing, get to convention. Surrounding yourself. That's the big deal. That's why I fly so much. I miss my family. I don't have to go to every single event, but I go because I want to create events for people. Like, that's why I do the parties. I want to create events for you to be around and to socialize with other people who have big dreams, who have big goals. So get to those events. Me and my sisters, we've been going to this same coffee shop, and it has a lot of entrepreneurs at that coffee shop. So that's kind of like the same thing as an event. So even if you have things around your house, like, sometimes there's like business clubs, sometimes there's coffee shops that that a lot of entrepreneurs go to work at. You'll see them all day with their laptops. Start going. You're surrounding yourself with people who you want in your business. Even if they don't join your business, it puts out that vibe. The content that you get walking into places like that, it puts out the vibe of the people that you want. So there's my next tip on sponsoring, is surround yourself with people that you would want to sponsor. Okay. So don't just sit in your house. Even Target, like even my Target hauls, I go all the time. I start to get to know people who, are cashiers. I start to get to know cashiers. Get to know people, by getting out of the house, getting into different, it's not just events. So I want to say events, but really it's just surrounding yourself with people. We're in the business of people, right? I need to find out if there's anyone who needs a roommate for convention. Oh my gosh, probably so many people. Oh man, I have a lot of people trying to get in. My ADD goes crazy when I see like a bunch of people in the waiting room. Hey, welcome guys. I'm trying to think of the other questions you guys had. I think right now, Lynn is gonna need a roommate. We should probably have a thread. We do have a group for convention, you guys. We should probably do a thread in there to find roommates. Let me see. How do we upgrade to the VIP? Who will be invited to the premiere? The premiere is gonna be for bronze and above. So if you are bronze or if you think you're gonna hit bronze, I would just book that extra day. Hey Kelly, welcome, welcome. So I would just book that extra day if that's your goal. And hey, if you don't hit it, you can take that day to do content. So bronze and above is going to be at the premiere. Convention should be non-negotiable. That's right. I've always had it that way ever since. You guys, maybe this will help somebody who's on, you know, the ledge, don't know if they should go or not. When I was about 13 years ago, I was in a company called Visalis, and it's no coincidence that this was the first company that I ever had success in. I earned a BMW and I made, you know, it wasn't a whole lot, but I made enough money to not have to work. You know, my husband at the time still had a job, but I didn't have to have a job myself. So I had success there, but here's where it started is I was so broke. When I first started that company, I was so broke. I had absolutely no money. And I told my sponsor, he asked if I was going to convention. And I'm like, no, I have no money. And what he said to me was kind of harsh. And I don't think I would say it to anybody because I feel like I don't know, I would never want to make anyone feel bad, but maybe I should, because you know what? It probably changed my life. So take what he said to me. I'm not saying it to you. I'm just telling you. What he said was, do you want to be a top earner? And I said, yes. And he said, okay, all the top earners are going to be there. Why do you think you could have what they have if you don't do what they do? That really hit me. So it was hard. And I shared room with somebody. I carpooled. I actually slept in a bathtub. So I didn't have to pay for the room because I didn't have any money. I made peanut butter sandwiches the whole time. It was fun, but it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't comfortable at all, but it was fun. And I heard it was actually it was a Jim Rohn video that they played, but being there in person and just hearing it and being around the energy that was there, it 100% opened my eyes to what my business could be. And I started showing up as that person who had that business. It was that one event that definitely changed my mindset. So I'm always, always a fan of getting to convention no matter what. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Sometimes things come up. I didn't go to my last convention because I was giving birth. I really tried I had a C-section. I tried to get my doctor to let me fly the next day and they would not. I really tried though. Let's just say I'm thankful there were no camera phones back in my day. Kim, you're funny. Awesome. You guys are registered. We're going to have a team party. It's going to be awesome. All right. That's about it. I want to talk to you guys really about the sponsoring. I wanted to hit on the questions that you guys asked and just remind you, start showing up as that leader. It's not just Makeup Lives. I'm telling you, my first 3 years of selling makeup, and I grew one of the largest teams in that company, my old company. About 3 years, I didn't do any Makeup Lives. I did a video every day, but not makeup. It was always leadership. And that's how I grew into a leader. People started seeing me as a leader. So I want you to do that. So one of your 3 reels, make it leadership. All right, and tag me. All right, you guys, I love you. Happy Memorial Day. I'll talk to you soon.